Today, Boone Electric answers your biggest concerns about the 2021 annual meeting of members. Hi, I'm Meredith with Boone Electric. We asked for your feedback for those who attended in August. Well, we've analyzed, categorized. We are now answering the biggest concerns you have. Starting with Battle High School. You really hated the long lines. We had the most concerns here, and understandably so. We had a massive lunch rush. We backed up St. Charles for a little bit. We had people who attended telling us it was 45 minutes to an hour wait. That was never our intention. Our headquarters at this point in time was fully demolished and in the throes of construction. It was just way too dangerous to have loads of vehicles trying to navigate the chaos that was there, and so we had to find a different location. We were very concerned about the volume. We expected there to be at least the same, if not a little, growth from last year, so we did set up 2 satellite locations. It's why we had Ashland and Sturgeon this year. We were hoping people would really be drawn to go to one of those, a closer location, and they did. It just didn't relieve the traffic at Battle that day. Another concern you had was that school was in session that day. Shortly after our 2020 annual meeting, I think it was by September, we had decided July 9th, 2021 was going to be our annual meeting date. At that point in time, summer school is not in session. We usually get to avoid it for all school districts. But in February, Columbia School Board decided with all the COVID problems that they were going to extend summer school. And that put the last day of summer school on July 9th, which was annual meeting day. At this point, we had already started the wheels in motion, and because of our bylaws, we couldn't change our date. And the locations still, we felt, were the best options for us. It wasn't until about 2 weeks before annual meeting that Ashland realized that the week that we picked, while generally they don't have summer school on Fridays, that week had July 4th on a Monday, and the summer school got shifted back. So we did change parking lots, and we had to rehab our plan just a little bit, but again, it was too late to change locations. Many first-time voters or even second-time voters have questions about membership status and how that relates to registering and voting. A membership is a single person in a household. A joint membership is more than one person in a household. Typically, we have joint memberships among married couples. Only the members are allowed to vote, but other household parties of that membership can register. So if John and Jane are married and John is the member and Jane comes to the annual meeting, she can register for John, the household, but she wouldn't be able to vote unless John signed over the proxy. Some couples choose to keep the single membership and to fill out a proxy for voting, because when a Boone Electric member dies, the remaining capital credits, remember they can go back about 20 years, can be fully collected by the benefactor. Many times, it's the spouse of the member. If both spouses are on the membership, one spouse can't collect just because the other spouse has died. The capital credits will continue as usual with that living member. If you do need a proxy, we send you the Rural Missouri about a month before, and in that back cover of the Rural Missouri is a proxy for you. You simply have to fill it out, bring it with you, and that will give you the voting rights. You're also curious if there's a way to get information earlier than when you are just sitting in line. We have a webpage dedicated just to the annual meeting. So if you go to booneelectric.coop, months before, we will start updating the annual meeting page with information about the current year's events. So when it was in July, usually by January and February, we've gotten the ball rolling and we started to update. Next year, we know the date, we know the location, so we'll start getting that information put on our website. But as we get closer, once we know our candidate information, once the board has let us know what bylaws they may be considering or putting before members for change, we'll start putting all of that information on the website as well. We then will add the president's report, the treasurer's report, and the minutes from the previous year so that you can read all of those well before annual meeting day. We also send everyone, even if you opt out, everyone gets the Rural Missouri the month of or at least a few weeks before the event. Again, contains all that information that you're going to need to read, that you'll be required and asked to vote on. So the candidates, potential bylaws, the president and treasurer's report, and the minutes from the previous year. Those are all things that we will have you vote on, and those will all be in the Rule Missouri, along with a proxy and your member information for quick registration. So if you don't keep a hold of that Rule Missouri this next round, really think about protecting that until after annual meeting. We also start radio advertising, television advertising, advertising social media. We send bill inserts, we send updates on Smart Hub. We try to get that reminder out there to everybody, but just remember it's going to be online and you can go and check it out yourself. BooneElectric.coop. This does bring up the idea of voting and ballots. Some of you would like that, the ballot, while you wait in line. Unfortunately, until we register and confirm you're either the member or have a proxy for the member, we can't give you the ballot to vote. We have a few members who miss the food and socializing with neighbors. We will be doing another drive-through meeting in 2022. We understand how this will be disappointing for some of you. Change is hard, but our membership who can utilize the in-person and dinner format we've been having has been dwindling. We lose about 150 to 200 attending members every year. So with the drive-through, we've tripled our numbers, and participation in a cooperative is a must to keep it healthy. We need to keep that connection and hopefully that interest growing to make sure we stay strong and vibrant. We have even dedicated 40+ year members who are grateful for the change. We know it's not all of you, but some of you say you're getting older, you don't like to drive at night, or the sitting for 2 to 3 hours is difficult. It's just not an option anymore, and you appreciate the change. We know this is really hard for some of you, but families today are just so time challenged. So this is an alternate that's getting really good feedback for it. It also is helping employees in the day-to-day operations. It used to take a week to get prepared for annual meeting, where now it's taking a lot less time, and we can keep our operational cost towards operations. We do look at this as an evolving event, so stay tuned. What can you expect for 2022's annual meeting? Well, Boone Electric is making another shift. We got to keep you on your toes. Due to the construction of the headquarters, we are going to move Boone Electric's annual meeting back a little bit to September 15th, 2022. It's going to be on a Thursday. Time still to be determined. We will have it at the newly constructed, and hopefully construction will be 100% done, but at the headquarters on Range Line. We're going to use one of our new large vehicle garages. We will have multiple lanes for everybody to drive through. You can kind of get a peek at all the work that's been going on there. Temperatures are going to be cooler. We're not going to have to compete with vacations. We're really excited. We had nearly 2,700 people attend in 2021, and we want to keep that number growing again. More participation from members means a stronger and healthier Boone Electric. If you have questions, ask them below. We're happy to answer them, or you're welcome to give us a call anytime. I'm Meredith with Boone Electric.